Hi, my name's Becky and I want to share my story about having faith the size of a mustard seed. In 2017, I had a dream where God wanted me to encourage others to have faith the size of a mustard seed, and I remember in my dream asking how I would do this, and he would show me a little vial with a little mustard seed inside, and I began the journey of creating what God had showed me in my dream and handing them out to other people. In the November of 2017, I had the privilege of going back to Brazil and São Paulo and seeing our church family over there and just getting to minister with them and getting on the streets and prophesying. And one night we were invited to Joe and Monica's house. We sat round and we met other people. We shared our stories, and as the night began to come to a close, we went down to Monica and Joe's apartment, and just before we were leaving I had this heaviness that God wanted me to pray for Monica. And Monica was unable to have children, which was the same situation I was facing myself, and I remember the feeling of about to walk out and not fulfill what God had asked me to do, and I knew that I'd regret that decision if I was to just walk out. And so I took the leap of faith and I said to Russo, can we pray for Monica and for her to have her womb open? I remember at the time Russo's face was a little bit shocked and probably worried, because it is a massive thing to ask God for, and also very personal to that couple. And he asked Joe if that was okay, and he was, of course, let's pray for Monica. And I remember as I began to pray for Monica and declare that God would heal her womb and open it up, that at the same time when she had her baby, that God would also open up my womb and grant me that desire of my heart. February of 2018, I was walking with my niece, Cashlyn, and I remember her asking me what was it that I wanted to pray for, and I remember at the time saying that I wanted to pray for a baby, and she said to me, Auntie Beck, you'll have it when I'm 8. I held on to that promise and trusted that in the mouth of babes that God would speak his word and use that for something that would be fulfillment of my heart. And then in the 2019, when we were at 412, I also had people come together and pray around me for God to do a miracle, because what was happening in Brazil was that Monica and Joe, she had that fulfillment of her desire, that God answered her prayer, that she had her baby, a little boy, Mateus, who was actually born on my birthday, which was so special. What a gift from God. On the September the 6th of 2019 was my husband's birthday, and when he was 28 he lost his dad, and we actually began the journey of trying for new life, which was phenomenal when you think that sometimes God brings beauty out of ashes, and what was once a painful memory actually has turned into such joy of our hearts, because we were blessed and God opened up my womb and we are able to have a child, CJ. We're just so thankful that even when I had my IVF treatment, there were so many complications and they said that it would be impossible. Actually, God granted me that desire, and that prophecy that I declared back in 2017 became reality. And for my niece to even say that she would be 8 when I had the baby, well, in 2020, my niece Cashlyn was 8 years old when I gave birth to my little boy CJ. With faith the size of a mustard seed, if we have that tiny, tiny faith, God can move mountains, that he can make miracles happen. Whatever you're praying for and whatever you're seeking God to do in your life, keep seeking, keep asking, keep praying and keep believing, because God is able. He's able to exceedingly, abundantly, far above all that we could ever ask or imagine.